Don't overlook the fourth weekend of the 2025 college football season. While Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and Penn State are off, there are still 3 conference matchups featuring ranked teams, and all 3 could impact the college football playoff race. Here's what to watch in Week 4, starting with an early kickoff in Salt Lake City. Big 12 Championship Preview? Neither team has faced a powerhouse yet, but both Texas Tech and Utah have looked sharp early. The Red Raiders lead the nation in scoring at 58 points per game, thanks to QB Baron Morton's 11 touchdowns against just 1 interception. Utah is thriving with new QB Devon Dampier, a New Mexico transfer completing 73% of his passes with 7 touchdowns. Dampier also leads the Utes in rushing, with 198 yards on 33 carries, while Utah's defense hasn't allowed more than 10 points in any game this season. This showdown isn't just about bragging rights. It's an early test of off-season moves. Utah brought in Dampier to raise its ceiling, while Tech invested heavily in the transfer portal, especially along the defensive line. If the Red Raiders want the upset, they'll need to slow Utah's run game. Jackson Arnold's return to Norman. Former Oklahoma QB Jackson Arnold is back in town, now leading Auburn. After a rocky 2024 season in Norman, he transferred and won the Tigers' QB battle. Arnold is off to a strong start, completing 70% of his passes with 8 total touchdowns. But his rushing has cooled since Week 1, when he ran for 137 yards and 2 scores against Baylor. Against Oklahoma's stingy defense, which has given up just 19 total points this season, he'll face his toughest test yet. The Sooners are rolling with Washington State transfer John Mateer, who accounted for all 3 touchdowns in their win over Michigan. One wrinkle: OU will be without star edge rusher R. Mason Thomas for the first half after a targeting call last week. Tulane's chance to shine. Don't let the double-digit spread fool you. Tulane versus Ole Miss could get interesting. The Green Wave already own wins over Northwestern and Duke and are positioning themselves as the top non-power program. QB Retzlaff is powering the offense both through the air and on the ground. Against Duke, he ran for 4 touchdowns and threw for 245 yards. Ole Miss gets starter Austin Simmons back after an ankle injury, but backup Trinidad Chambliss proved he can handle the job with 353 passing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns last week. Still, if Simmons isn't 100%, Tulane might smell blood. A Tulane upset would make the Green Wave the clear favorite for the playoff among non-power teams. Even a close loss could keep them in the mix. Ole Miss, meanwhile, can't look ahead to next week's clash with number 3 LSU. Nebraska's biggest game in years. Matt Rule's Nebraskas are desperate to end an ugly streak. They haven't beaten a ranked opponent since 2016, dropping 27 straight since then. That could change against Michigan. QB Bryce Underwood bounced back from early struggles at Oklahoma with a big showing against Central Michigan, passing for 235 yards and rushing for 114 with 2 touchdowns. He'll be more settled this time in another tough road atmosphere. A Nebraska win would snap the drought and ignite dreams of a breakthrough season, with only USC and Penn State left